What are your emotions, David, having gone through it all and it started well and then went away?
Yeah, obviously started well. First quarter, although we ran the stoppages, we were pretty good. Surged the ball forward. Forwards were in front, and we were able to capitalise on most of our entries. So I think we 5-1 from about 10 entries, so good start. And then we sort of struggled to get out of the back half from there on in. I think the third quarter they had 18 entries to 1, so we got pinned in our back half, and probably the story of our year, obviously our skill execution and ability to move the ball by foot, especially in that back half, hurt us. And yeah, I guess ground position and territory, and I think the inside 50s were double at one point, so it's always hard to kick scores from your back half, and they hemmed us in that part of the ground a fair bit.
That message for the players really going forward, that the skill execution and the things that will let you down all year, doesn't matter if you change the coach, you've got to keep working on those issues or else it won't change.
Yeah, that was the final message, really. Obviously, individually and collectively, that's something we need to get better at. You can have as many ball movement strategies and structures in place, but if you keep giving the ball back to them, it makes it hard. So that was the key message. Obviously, go away, refresh, enjoy yourself, but individually, like I said, they need to own it themselves, and we can drive them and push them, but collectively they need to improve that themselves.
Did you sense they were going to find it hard to be up for the entire game as the emotion of the week told?
Yeah, it was a tough week, obviously. I thought the attitude and all week they were pretty up and about and bubbly. So the focus was on the start, and the start was something we were pretty good at. So, but maintaining that level for 4 quarters is obviously the task with a young group. And I think we had the 28, 29 to pick from this week, so it was always going to be a battle.
How did you find the kids? Obviously, Hugh Dixon debuts and Scott Jones had a chance, and you moved Cherry into the midfield and Blakely forward and threw a few things around. Yeah,
I thought Dixon competed down the line. Obviously, he's a pretty raw talent. He's been in our system for a couple of years, and hopefully this sniff was a good insight into him, to the professionalism, to what it takes going forward. And he needs to have a really big summer and come forward. And obviously, when we got our 3 or 4 or 5 key tools to come back in, he's got to fight for his way to get in. But I thought he showed good signs. Scotty Jones as well, I thought he competed in the ruck. He followed up. I think he hasn't played too much footy, but I thought his contest and hit around the ball was pretty good. And like I said, we threw a few things around. Obviously, Hughes went forward to compete, and Cher and Brayshaw through the midfield are obviously going to be our future going forward. So it's good to get a glimpse of that as well.
How did you find the experience of sitting in the chair?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Obviously, you don't want to lose too often, but the whole week, the learning and obviously the meetings in preparation, the opposition stuff is all a step up compared to what you do as a line coach. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it, and something obviously they'll remember going forward. Did
today whet your appetite for it more?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, been able to see things that you probably don't look at as closely as a line coach. Getting a whole ground perspective is something obviously that the head coach going forward has to pick up. How the backs are positioning, how the mids are positioning, and the forwards going as well. So, but yeah, definitely something I'll consider going forward and sit down and obviously with a few friends and family and people that are close to me and see what the direction is, the next step, I suppose.
With the next week, obviously you don't have a CEO and Ross isn't there anymore, so the Ed Langdon, Brad Hill scenario and exit interviews, who's running that and when do you expect to hear from them specifically?
Not really sure. Obviously, that'll be something Peter Bell and the list and the board, I suppose, will discuss going forward. But yeah, for me, it was get it to today, and then I guess we'll take over and see how it unfolds from here.
Have you had any indication whether the club wants to, is prepared to go with a younger coach going forward, or would they prefer to have an experienced coach come in?
No idea. Had no word at all. So obviously that's a big decision for the club and the board to make going forward, and they'll make the best decision in the interest of the club.
What about personnel-wise, David? Any gaps that you'll attempt to fill? I mean, even if you are in charge or not, but that the club needs to fill to get better next year? Or?
I think early in the year when we had our full complement of players, I thought we were more than competitive. Obviously, when we've lost pretty much our entire spine with centre half back, ruck, and 3 key forwards, makes it hard. I think if you take that out of any team, you're going to struggle to be able to impact and penetrate going forward. So I think our best 22, 25 is more than competitive. It's obviously the depth after that you starts to become a little bit tough. So I think key position stocks, if they can remain healthy, are pretty good. And then obviously a lot comes down to who you retain and who you bring through the door. So obviously the Chera and a quick inside mid that can use the ball well is obviously something you can target, but they don't grow on trees obviously. So finding someone like that will be important, and I don't know, we lost, Wilson and Ryan and Alex Pearce is, a half of your back line. So the turnovers in the back half when you've lost a couple of your best ball users also make it hard.
And Bradley Hill, what's the process from here with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's, as far as I know, he's still contracted for a couple of years. So the club will make a decision that's in their best interest. And obviously, there's guys that have moved before, but I'm sure the club going forward will make that decision. And most of the time, I think they've tried to accommodate the player as much as they can. But Brad's always been a spark around the group. Even in my time at Hawthorn, he was always that energetic, bubbly, got the group up. So hopefully, we can retain him, but that's obviously will play out in due course.
Do you have a gut feeling on Ed Langdon as well?
No idea. He's the same, obviously. Melbourne boy, but I think he enjoys Perth a lot. He's got a really good bond with a lot of the players. And yeah, like I said, that'll be down to those above me.